know it's a problem. It's like walking around with a disease that's going to kill you, but you don't know. And like it's eating away at you. And you're like, whoops, oh, it looks like my right arm just rotted and fell off. Oh, well, just keep moving. Okay, that sounds like a weird zombie video game or something, but seriously, welcome to the Love Your Brain podcast, the podcast designed for everyday people who are ready to hop off the negative thought hamster wheel and enjoy a less hostile environment in their own brains. Our brains are where we live our entire lives, and I'm on a mission to help people see that they have everything that they need to make it a happier place to be. So join us for this episode of the Love Your Brain podcast. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Love Your Brain podcast, or welcome if you're new. Now, if you've been following the podcast for a long time, you know that I recently transitioned from recording weekly to just 2 episodes a month. I've had some other projects that I'm working on, things that I'm really excited about. They're giving me life right now, and I'm hoping to share some of that with you as well later on in this episode. But with that in the works, I'm recording a little bit less here. But let me tell you, having a couple weeks between episodes feels like a lifetime. It feels like so much has happened since the last time I recorded. And that's why today is going to be a bit more like a catch-up voice note from your friend who you haven't talked to for a couple weeks. It's going to be a bit all over the place, maybe a little unhinged, not organized or polished, but we have so much to talk about. So let's just get this started. So I recently enrolled in a new course just to really fine tune some of my knowledge and my skills about the brain and to be able to show up better for myself and those I support. I've been doing a ton of studying and practical work around neuroscience, energetics, all that good stuff. And man, it's like some of the things that I've known for so long are fully coming together in a way where it feels like my brain is exploding, but in a good way. It's like I had all these little islands of expertise, but now I'm getting these tiny connectors that are bringing them all together in a really profound way where I can see how the whole machine works together. And it's giving me such a more complete understanding of the brain. It's been really cool. Like, take mirror neurons, for example. I love mirror neurons. And really, I thought that they were a relatively small function of the brain. But from what I'm learning and what I'm realizing, there might be even more to them, more impact that they're having than we even realize. Now, there isn't a ton of documentation on this, at least not readily available. But from what I'm learning, it seems to track. So just stick with me here for a second. Like, how people will say, how you see yourself impacts how others see you. Like, if you like yourself, others will like you. If you're confident about what you're doing, people will also think you know what you're doing. Well, let me tell you, I think this makes a lot more sense in the context of mirror neurons. When you think about good thoughts about yourself, that triggers the neurons in other brains around you to read that activity and mirror it so they start to feel the same way about you, which also means the opposite could be true. Like if you've ever met someone for the first time and you're like, I don't know how I feel about that person, but I'm not sure why. Like, I don't think I like them, but I can't really pinpoint the reason. Well, it could be because your brain is mirroring their brain activity and they might have a really poor view of themselves. Absolutely wild. And on that note, I'm learning so much more about the electromagnetic field that we have around us and how this is impacted by how we think about ourselves, as in, like, all of the thoughts and the feelings that we have are actually affecting how matter is moving outside of ourselves because we're emitting energy. Like, that's crazy. But basically, the thoughts and feelings that you have about yourself create energy that is being put out from your body to the outside world. So you're emitting frequencies of energy just by thinking or feeling a certain way, which makes the mirror neurons totally make sense in terms of how big their impact is. And the energy you're putting off with your thoughts and feelings actually impact the matter, which is crazy. And it makes so much sense now in the context of being aware of what you're surrounded by, right? Like everything you're surrounded by impacts you in ways that you don't even recognize. It impacts how you think and how you feel. Because if you're surrounded by people whose energy field is giving off negativity, for example, or hate, then in turn your own energy field is impacted and you can start to mirror that way of thinking. If you listened to the last episode about lint rollers, you know probably where I'm headed with this. But seriously, learning all of this makes me even more passionate about helping people see themselves for who they actually are. There are so many things around us that can lead us to think that we are different than we truly are at our core. And sometimes getting back to that true self can be so challenging because think about if you are someone surrounded by this electromagnetic field that is pushing against who you really feel you are. I know for me, there have been so many times I've gone into a situation where I feel so hopeful and excited. Like I know at my core there is something really good ahead. And then I run into others and they zap all the hope from the situation. And I try to, as they say, keep the vibes high. I try to stay positive, but it's really hard to maintain that for a long time. And eventually your light starts to dim, and that's because it's actually opposing energy forces fighting it out, trying to see who will win it. Will it be good or will it be negative? And so many people I encounter have been so beaten down by negativity that they completely forget the good, not just in the situation, but in themselves. And so much of this is impacted by what is around us. Sometimes I just want to run up to people and like shake them and be like, hello, remember who you are. You are special. You have talents. You have abilities, quite unlike anyone else on this planet full of billions of people. Snap out of it and start living like it. But if you're trying to get back to that small flicker of joy, of confidence, of life, but everything around you is opposing energy, man, that's hard, especially if you don't understand what's happening. And you'll hear me say this until the cows come home. But the answer is not to run away from people. It's not to run away from the negative people in your life. Like, oh no, those people are negative. Let me squirrel myself away and hide from the negativity. That, my friends, is not helpful, and it can cause even worse issues. The answer is actually simply to start working intentionally on your own brain. Take control of the wheel. Start reprogramming your brain so it functions so strong. There isn't much around you that could pull you in a different direction. But you know what I'm realizing? In these past few weeks of studying and working through these courses, I've had a huge breakthrough. And that is that some people are so far off the path, so in the dark, that they actually don't remember a positive thought about themselves. And not only that, they don't even realize that they don't remember. So they have forgotten how special they are and they don't even know it's a problem. It's like walking around with a disease that's going to kill you, but you don't know. And like it's eating away at you. And you're like, whoops, oh, it looks like my right arm just rotted and fell off. Oh, well, just keep moving. Okay, that sounds like a weird zombie video game or something. But seriously, not loving all parts of ourselves is a serious problem we are not taking seriously. To become complacent about your amazingness is way worse than I think any of us realize. And here on this podcast, I always try to stay really positive, but having this new understanding has really helped me to see that we think not loving our own brains is just fine. It's okay. And it's so not. It's like having a diamond and being like, well, the people around me don't really seem to think diamonds are great, so I'll just throw it in the back of my closet. I realized recently that I had some clothing items that were kind of out of style. So I just put them away in a bin. Like I still love them, but I'm like, it's not really on trend right now. So I'll just put them away for a bit, thinking, well, I'll wear it again once that trend comes back around because we know it always comes full circle. But then I was like, what the heck? I still like it now. Why would I put it away if I like it? Why don't I just enjoy it now, even if it's not on trend? Who the heck cares? And the same goes with who we are. It might not fit in your current circle of friends or in your lifestyle as it looks today, but if there's a glimmer of that part of you that gives you life, that you enjoy, why the heck are you hiding it? Who cares if it fits what's around you? It's you. The world needs you, not what we think fits with the world today as it is. Then the world will just stay the same forever, and you'll miss out on the experience of living fully as you. You are here on this planet to make an impact and experience it in a way no one else will. And the sooner that you can figure that out, the better. Because meanwhile, you are busy living a life that isn't even meant for you. You hear this happen with adult children all the time. They grow up with their parents telling them they need to be this or that. They should be a doctor or a lawyer or have kids or buy a house or whatever it is. And then when they finally grow up and go out on their own, get some space from that field of energy, they realize that's actually not for them, that they feel called to be something different. They decide they want to be an artist or a therapist or travel the world or live in an RV or have a ton of cats instead of having kids. Bro, let none of us get stuck living a path that does not feel aligned. But let me guess for a second what you might be thinking. You might be thinking that there's too much at stake. There's too much at stake to live fully out loud like myself. People might not like me. I might not fit in the world in the same way. I might not be accepted. Or maybe you're even thinking, well, I feel drained and discouraged, but I'm honestly not even sure what would give me life at this point. I'm not even really sure who I am. Well, there's hope for both and all. Because the changes that you might want to see, but are afraid to take or don't know how to even start, they start in your own brain, which is just a little machine that you're learning you do have control over. You have the tools. You are the handyman of that machine, and you are learning if you tighten this little lever, then this will happen. If I put a bigger wheel here, it will help move this in a different direction. None of this has to feel scary or unknown. We're just tweaking the machine of the brain one part at a time. And then over time, one day we step back and see the machine is functioning completely different and creating a whole different product or a life we didn't even realize was possible. Think about a boat on the ocean. A tiny adjustment in steering over time can quite literally mean the difference of steering that boat and landing on Africa versus Ireland. Like, man, those two are very different places. But getting there came from just steering the boat the tiniest way a different direction. I know my own life has gone through a few huge changes over the years that on the outside I think could have thrown other people for a loop. But honestly, when you are in it, it doesn't feel that way because all of the inner work, the brain work that I did up to that point, where others actually saw a difference, there was so much work up to that point. And it doesn't have to mean changing everything around you, but maybe you just want to feel more like a happy person at your job, or a less irritated parent, or you want to feel less taken advantage of in your relationships. Those are big things that can be done in the same way. You can tweak how your brain works so you can feel differently in the life that you live. And let me tell you, that is undoubtedly the coolest skill. That is like superhero stuff. When you can change how your brain works in a situation and experience, and then it completely changes how you live it. Like you're in the same life, but it feels differently. That's some cool magic power stuff there. You can, in fact, stay in the same job you've always had, but like it more. Or continue being a stay at home parent, but enjoy it way more. Or stay in a relationship and feel like you're getting way more out of it than you ever imagined. So throw on that cape because you are actually someone with incredible abilities. So, enough of the rambling for today. Thank you for listening to my whole brain explode with these new understandings. But I do want to share something cool with you. So, we've created this online community that we're having people jump in on. It's a free online community. And on that platform, I'm going to try out doing some live get togethers, kind of like a Zoom call, but you don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. You can just stay anonymous there if you want to. But I will schedule them in our community calendar, and you just show up and we'll work through some of these like little brain reprogramming exercises together. I'm thinking I'll call them mind massages because that sounds fun and luxurious. It'll be totally free for anyone. You just have to join the online community. The link will be below. And then once you join the free group, then you can just click the calendar and you'll be able to see the online events that we have coming up. I haven't done these before on this platform, so it will be new for all of us, but it'll be fun, I'm sure. I think our first one will be coming up in the next couple weeks, so make sure that you get it added to your calendar now, and I'll see you there. All right, thanks for listening to my voice note this week, and it won't disappear like some of them do in real life. So if you have someone you think needs to hear this, send it their way. All right, have a great week, guys. I hope you found something helpful here today on the Love Your Brain podcast. Maybe a laugh or a feeling of validation, or maybe just a few moments to have company while you do your laundry. Whatever you take from it, I hope you enjoyed your time and leave feeling empowered to be more you every day. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on the next episode, and leave a review. I'd love to hear what you think. Have a great one.